So I am on the Talmadge Bridge, headed in the direction of South Carolina, and Highway 17, which will take you to Charleston. 17 is, I guess, a slave road that I wasn't aware of the very first time I came this way with my sister. My sister was driving my car, and we were coming here for Christmas when I was 24, I was 24, yeah. And I had just met my sister, and we were driving from my apartment in Atlanta down here for the very first time. To your right, this exit is Hilton Head Island, where the famous Have and the Have-Nots was set. The big River Street, or the hotel, is actually at this exit here. The exit that's shown in the Have and the Have-Nots video. You would get off here and go that way to go to that hotel. So we are almost crossing over into South Carolina, which is the Lowcountry, and this is the Savannah River, part of the Savannah River that we're crossing over. But the very first time I came across this bridge was at night, and just learning about my biological mother's side of the family, and she lived on Hilton Head Island, and this was the only way that we could come because 95 had not, there's a state line for South Carolina, Jasper County. And the Highway 95 access wasn't open yet. This was back in 1994. So now, as I was coming, my sister was driving and I was sitting over on the other side, and now we're in South Carolina. So that's how close this line is. But at any rate, we were on this road, and it actually is not until we get down to this turn, because this is considered Savannah Highway or Charleston Highway, depending on what side you're on. But this road will take you all the way to Charleston, back to Mount Pleasant, and that direction in South Carolina that I came after I left the wedding the other night. Yeah, actually last night. I'm saying the other night, last night. And I drove out this way through Beaufort, South Carolina, Paris Island. All of that's on the other side that way. But back to my story, and the reason for this video is the very first time that I was on this road and we were coming through here, I had I would say the first, I don't know if it's clairaudient experience. I was born in Savannah, but I was adopted or given away at birth. And my biological mother lived in Augusta, Georgia. And so I believe I went back into the city of Augusta, but not with her. I don't know how all that stuff works. I don't have that part of the information from my paperwork. I just know that I was adopted at birth. It was planned that I was supposed to be given away before I was ever even born. And so my mother at the time was in high school, her last year in high school. She got pregnant, and so after she got out of high school, they sent her from Augusta, Georgia to Savannah to a home for unwed mothers, because she got pregnant in '69. Back then abortions were illegal. Otherwise I wouldn't be here having this opportunity to share this video with you. So I was born in 1970, when I don't know whether by then abortions were legal or not, but at any rate, that doesn't matter. It's not relevant to my story. But we're coming up on the turn off of 17 onto 170, going in that direction toward Hilton Head Island and Bluffton and all that stuff going in that direction. Beaufort County, Jasper County is also on the other side over there as well. So right here, when you get to this turnoff And we were coming through here late at night. I think it was either close to midnight or after midnight. And so, as you can see out here, there's no street lights. Once you cross the bridge back there, everything at night here is dark. This is a resort kind of area. So Hilton Head, it doesn't have like street lights like you see in most major cities. Everything is dark. So it took me a while to get acclimated to how to get around here on this side of the bridge at night, because like I said, everything is, all the signs are not neon. The signs are like low to the ground, and they're all kind of based out of a wood structure, but nothing flashy like you would see in any major cities. As you can see, there's no lights out here. So at night is really, really dark. So you kind of have to know where you're going. So coming up here is the turn onto 170. And once my sister made this turn, and it actually has not happened, I've noticed, if anybody has a question about whether I've had that particular same experience since I moved here, because of course I lived down here for a long time, and I never had that particular experience again. But here is the turn to the right, as you can see on the sign, Bluffton, Hilton Head, Beaufort, which is right here to the right. This is considered 173.15, 17 straight ahead will take you to Charleston. Now, once we turned off this way at night, and it really does look a whole lot different. Come on, guys. Merging. Okay, this wasn't even here. There's a lot of change since I left in 2013. Even since I first came here in 1994, it does look a lot different. But okay, imagine coming through here at night, and that's kind of marshy over there. They're building up the roads here, I guess, to start working on them. But this is pretty much marshland, meaning there's water that rises over here at night because there's water over there. As you can see when we came across the bridge, so this area is surrounded by water on that side, and some water over there. But if you can, it's hard to see you as I'm driving, but as I looked over here, as we were driving at night, the moon was shining on the cypress trees and the marsh, because I guess the water level was very high. I don't want to move this around too much, but I just want you guys, as I'm going to start putting content on my Alchemista page, I wanted to retell this story. I've told it to a few people, but it's relevant to my page. So as I was saying, as my sister was driving and I'm sitting in the passenger seat and we're coming through here after midnight, I immediately had visions, but I can't even really say it was a vision. It was like a body experience. This street was not paved. I didn't know anything about slavery. I didn't know anything about this area at all. Me and my biological mother, had not had that conversation. So as we're riding through here and I'm looking around trying to figure out, because I had to get my eyes acclimated to the dark, and I just had this feeling like I was thrown back in the 1800s. And like I said, I'm here, I'm in the car, and it was 1994. I was aware that it was 1994, but I also could hear, I could hear the slave master. I could hear the slave master with the dogs, the hounds, as they, are chasing runaway slaves. And I could kind of feel his energy, the slave master, looking and calling out for his runaway slaves. And I could also feel and hear the slaves as they're hiding, their breath is heightened and they're panting and they're trying to be quiet and they're trying to hide. And I just remember kind of saying to my sister, "Where are you taking me?" I don't know if it was audible enough for her to hear me, but I just remember just thinking, like, what in the world is this? Why am I having this experience? I don't know when I actually even told my mother. I guess I was trying to understand all of that, meeting her background, my background, where I come from, what is in my family line, what's up with this stuff down here, and the history of this place, and just that experience that nobody can tell me I did not have. Now, yes, I have had other kind of spiritual experiences since I've been here in this area, not actually over here. I had a kind of a premonition, kind of a clairaudient thing happen to me, but I was in Ridgeland, which is in that direction. From here, it's good. Ridgeland is a good 30, 45 minutes going that way once you get down here to where the turn is. So I'm actually going back that way toward Hilton Head. There's an outlet that I want to go and look at before I leave this area this evening and head back to Charlotte. But yeah, I just wanted to get this route, so I purposely went to Savannah. I went to Savannah to get some stuff, and so now I'm headed back to Beaufort County, Hilton Head, actually Bluffton. Specifically, I'm going back to Bluffton to go to this outlet to check on some clothing. So now I'm stuck in this line of traffic trying to get back on the island. That's the only thing. It's not LA traffic. This is country roads traffic, but it looks like they're doing some work on one lane of the highway, and it's not driving worthy. I guess the road conditions are really bad on the. It's like they scraped up this side of the pavement, so everybody has to kind of wait for the traffic ongoing to stop, because we had to do this coming back this way, or this morning when I came to Savannah. So now I'm going back toward Beaufort, and I'm in this line of traffic. Thank God it's flowing. So that's the only thing about living down here. Everything is slowed down. Nothing moves at a really quick pace, which is good and bad. I mean, for the people that are retired, it's perfect for them. But if you have something to do and somewhere to be, this road would not be the road to be on today. But to get back to Savannah, another way would be going all the way down 278 that way to 95, and then coming back into Savannah on 95. So there's plenty of ways of getting back and around this area, but as I said, it's not full of highways and thoroughfares and freeways. This is really back in the cut. They call this the Lowcountry. So I'm gonna stop this video for now, because now I feel like I'm rambling. There's nothing more to my story, but I did want to reenact where I came and how I did it, the route that I was on when I first experienced the spiritual energy of this place. So I'm gonna end for now. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Namaste.